YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. Listen, I am really excited. I think what we're going to title this video is making preparations for the Samsung S95C, something along the lines of that. We are literally days away from me taking delivery of this television, and I have a lot of things that I'm doing to get myself put in position where I can comfortably enjoy this. This TV is much more than just a talking piece for the channel. It's much more than just review content. I know that the opinion that I share and that my fellow YouTubers, their opinions are going to help a lot of you guys make decisions on the TV. But it's going to be like used in real time for me. This isn't a return situation or nothing, guys. So I've got this 77-inch LG C1. We've recently featured it on the channel. And it goes all the way back from 2 years ago when I first started trying to do any kind of content on YouTube about televisions. I didn't record a lot about that TV. I threw a video out here and there and, just was like, whatever. It wasn't until 2022 in the beginning of the year that I was like, you know what, let me start making some content showing, how often I buy these displays and stuff, because I started looking into the community. Well, 77-inch C1 was my first TV that was larger than 65-inch. And so I've had it for 2 years. And personally, I feel like the picture quality meshed with the size was good enough. It was only until last year in 2022 when I got the Alpha 95 King, that's one A95K from Sony, that I just started to see that, yeah, it's time for me to get myself a better TV. Nothing else made me feel like I wanted to get rid of the C1. And with the announcements that the quantum dots from Samsung Display were going to be in 77-inch, I felt like this was a perfect opportunity, because the S95B was actually a decent looking TV outside of the fanboyism and, any of the other garbage that meshed into me enjoying the TV. I bought it as a gaming TV. Well, the S95C and 77, that's going to be an all-purpose TV. So today's video, you're supposed to be getting actually a PC build, but we're going to be holding that off into next week because I've got some content in mind that I want to put you in position to see how you can maximize that. To go with that, I am actually doing all new audio. I'm starting to learn that maybe I should do more shorts. And if you've seen my most recent short, it had the Dragon Ball Goku doing the Super Saiyan level 3 transformation, right? And I kind of went around the room and I showed you that I've got a piece of paint that I decided to get with these walls being taped up, because that wall is going to get painted. Those speakers, or the Sony speakers that I have in here, I'm going to be moving them away also. We're going to be going with these clipped speakers. Now, this setup is picked for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I've owned an older iteration of these speakers before, and to me, they sound phenomenal. Ironically, I have a Denon receiver, and I had the Denon receiver years ago. We're talking back 2014, 2015. So I'm really excited about these. Also, the aesthetic of these speakers, I'm not going to open them in this video, but we're going to have some content with that. When you take the grills off, they've got this like burnt orange, and I think it's going to mesh really well with the aesthetic of the wall. So we're going to have this one wall that's going to be this color. I'm going to bring it to you guys. As you can see, we've got some tape on the wall. Got to tape the ceiling also. We're going to double tape it. And by double taping it, I mean taping 2 lines, because I'm not an expert painter. We've been painting the house, doing some remodeling, getting it up to par and how I want it to look. And so we're going to continue on with that. This color purple is going to be going onto the wall. So we picked up a quality Bear paint, and I absolutely love this, a royalty color. And the burnt orange, kind of goldish that's on these speakers, man, listen, I think this is going to play perfectly. So I've got a good gallon of this paint, and again, it's just going to be this wall. Now, once I get it painted, I'm actually going to do the same Sanus mount that I used in my game room for the C2 and the S95B. It's a slim mount that goes on the wall pretty flat, and it gives me the ability to move the TV left or right. Now, the reasoning that I want to go with that is because I'm going to get that into some studs, obviously, but if it's over more right or left, I'll be able to scoot it over to my perfect sweet spot. So I want to take you guys on this journey because, this is more than just, who's got the TV first on YouTube, or, you know, who's doing unboxing first. This is actually like a huge upgrade. So we've got two of the R800F towers. We've got two of the R12 subs. We've got the R30 center speaker, and we've got a couple of bookshelves. These are the R50. These are just reference level speakers. So these are not like the highest end stuff that they've got, but you know, this room has an open concept to the kitchen, and I think this is going to be phenomenal. My idea is to measure and get the Samsung mounted on the wall where it's up high enough so that I can have this center, because this center will not fit into this console that I have. And I'm going to keep this console for my peripherals and everything. So this is going to go on top of the TV stand. When I say the console, that's what I'm referring to. And then I'm going to position these towers and everything. Now, I was thinking about getting their Atmos speakers. You know, I was just like, man, I don't need to spend that extra 500 right now. I was going to get those mounted on the wall, but what we're going to do is we're going to just see how this sounds once I get it set up, and I'm going to get it set up beforehand. So I'm going to let you guys know the next couple of uploads about TV content is going to be around this. We're going to show you the before a little bit more in depth once I snatch everything from the wall, me painting it, and then I'm going to actually mount the C1 on there. So I'm actually going to get this room set up for the S95C. The only problem I'm having right now is how the VESA pattern aligns on the TV. But yeah, we're going to be meticulous on cable management. And I think regardless of how it goes, as long as I get the TV high enough to where the center isn't blocking it, then we should be good. So let me know if you guys have any questions, any thoughts. You know, I know a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about audio, and although I'm not the most purist and enthusiastic one with it, it's not my first rodeo. I think this is going to be a phenomenal system. And ultimately, the aesthetics of everything that I'm looking for, it should match really well for me. Even down to these rugs that I have, they're kind of like a purplish. So it's just like, it just makes sense, you know? In any event, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. I'm going to keep you posted during the community tab on the gaming PC that's going to be for the S95B. Again, I decided to hold off for that video to make that next week. So the build will get done and I'll start shooting the content, but you won't see that until next week, because we're gonna talk more into that TV once we get it. A lot of people are planning on doing a lot of content around consoles. I am not interested in playing on that TV with consoles, 144 hertz. But anyway, let me not get besides myself. Let me end this video and tell you guys that I wish you peace. I hope God blesses you, and max love.